You know, as NBA fans, I think we really get caught up in the whole thing of the NBA season. When the season starts, we just want to start predicting, oh, who's going to contend this year? Who's going to be the champion? Who's going to be the MVP? And, well, I actually did a video covering that, so make sure you go check that out. But today, we'll be talking about the little things. You know what I mean? The people that they call the little people in the league, the rookies. And to me, the rookies are a very, unsung hero of the league. If you have some very fun rookies you can watch, it doesn't matter how bad their team is, that'll still be a very fun team to watch. Like, the Timberwolves were a great example. They were not a good team this year, but Anthony Edwards, with his charisma, his great talent, his high-flying ability, and just everything, it was very fun to watch the Timberwolves this year because of Anthony Edwards. But this year, we will be talking about the 2021 draft class and my expectations and predictions on each player. And yeah, let's get straight into it. So the first player we got to start off with is obviously the first pick in the NBA draft, and this was Cade Cunningham. Coming into the draft, people said he is 6'7" or 6'8", can play D, can shot create, can play make, can do all that. And yes, I know he can. But in this rookie season, that's not going to be it, okay? You don't come in the league being Tracy McGrady or whoever he's being compared to. I heard Kendrick Perkins compare him to LeBron James. Not that Kendrick Perkins has validity, because he really doesn't. But if you think Cade will beat Tracy McGrady on his first day, I need you to pipe down. But I think we have a good rookie season. He will be very ball dominant in Detroit. Like, who else is getting the ball? So I think he will average 17 points per game, 5 rebounds a game, and 6 assists, shooting 47% from the field, 35% from 3. I would say that's about a 55% true shooting percentage based on the attempts and the amount of times he gets to the line. I don't think he's getting to the line too much. I would think he also has okay defense. And you might be like, a man that just shot 40% from 3 in college is now shooting 35% from 3 in the NBA. Well, there's two things I can tell you. In the NBA, the three-point shot is longer. And second of all, he doesn't have playmakers next to him. So I don't think there are many players on his team that'll get him open threes. So he'll be taking a whole lot of contested ones. That is why his three-point percentage is kind of down. Jalen Green. Everybody loves this guy. I like Jalen Green too. He's very fun to watch. Jalen Green, to me, this year will average 19 points per game, 3 rebounds, 1.5 assists, shooting 41% from the field, 36% from 3, and 88% from the free throw line. About a 53% true shooting percentage. Jalen Green has the potential to be a Zach LaVine level player, and I do not doubt it at all. Jalen Green also, though, in his rookie season will struggle. He's going to be taking so many shots, and that is not a detriment to the team he's on. The team he's on is not that good. It's very young with a lot of potential, but it's not that good when it comes to, it doesn't have much defense. They don't have many playmakers. So this Rockets team is very shallow, and nobody expects them to make a long run. But Jalen Green, yeah, he'll score a lot of points, but it won't be that efficient. And then the third pick in the draft, somebody who I think has the potential to be the best player in this draft, is Evan Mobley. I think he's really went under the radar just because he's not your traditional, tween hezzy splash jit. Evan Mobley, to me, will average 13 points, 8 rebounds, 1.5 blocks, on 55% from the field, 30% from 3, and 70% from the free throw line. I'd say that's like a 53% true shooting percentage, considering he's not going to get many free throws, because I don't think rookies attack the basket to that level. He will catch lobs. He will be a pretty good player to have next to Darius Garland, and Darius Garland will take another step as a playmaker. But in the end of the day, Evan Mobley will also be a really good defender. In college, one of the most important things that we saw from him in college was Anthony Davis level defense. He was a great pick and roll defender, but when it comes to just making big last second plays and just things that people didn't really see coming, Evan Mobley was doing that. But before we get into Scotty Barnes, I'm just asking for a like on this video. Hey, I'm a full-time college student, so if you could slide a like, that'll give me more motivation to make these videos. But anyway, Scotty Barnes. To me, my predictions of him on the season are 9 points per game, 6 rebounds a game, and 3 assists, a 49% true shooting percentage, 45% from the field, 30% from 3, and 65% from the free throw line. This is not a diss to Scotty Barnes. It's just that he is like a Swiss Army knife guy. And Swiss Army knife players do not come in great. Draymond Green is like the ultimate Swiss Army knife player in the NBA. And he, in his rookie season, was not looking great or efficient or anything. I think the same thing with Scotty Barnes. I heard that the Toronto Raptors are looking at playing him at point guard, which I would love to see. I love seeing big point guards doing weird shit. So I hope they do that. But Scotty Barnes will not be efficient, and this is not a problem. Toronto has years to improve, and they know that they're probably not going to make the playoffs this year. They do have a very underrated roster, but I mean, the roster's only going to take you to like the 10 or 11 seed. And then with the 5th overall pick, the Magic get a steal. They get Jalen Suggs. Jalen Suggs averages 12 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds on 44% from the field, 36% from 3, and 85% from the line. I say around a 56% true shooting percentage, which is very efficient. Why is he so efficient? He has some playmakers and shot makers around him. Like, this Magic squad is very underrated. Like, just think of this, okay? If you have a starting lineup of Markelle Fultz, Jalen Suggs, Franz Wagner, Jonathan Isaac, and Mo Bamba, like, that is a very young lineup that can definitely run in transition. And I think that will help out his efficiency. Jalen Suggs, to me, is a very underrated three-point shooter. Like, everybody knows he's a good three-point shooter. But I'm saying his form is pretty. His catch and shoot is really pretty. His walking into them three-point shots like he did in the Summer League, it looked really nice. I think that his potential as a shooter is very underlooked. And also, like, this team is very good defensively. So Jalen Suggs will not have to really worry about defense when you have Jonathan Isaac and Mo Bamba in the paint. Josh Giddey, he went 6, and I gave the Thunder a bad grade for taking him. I might eat my words a little bit. I think Josh Giddey can be a good playmaker and passer in the draft, and I think that's all he'll really be. Like, to me, what I think he's going to do this season is around 9 points per game, 6 assists per game, 43% from the field, 33% from 3, and 75% from the line, and like a 52% true shooting percentage. I think he'll also have passable defense. He's 6'8" at the end of the day. You cannot be that bad at defense when you're 6'8", unless you're like Michael Porter Jr. Jonathan Kuminga, the Warriors took a big swing on a very, very raw prospect, and I think in his first year he won't really pan out. But there's no problem with that. I mean, the Warriors should definitely trade this man and trade Moody as soon as possible and trade Wiseman for like a win-now star. But look, hey, Jonathan Kuminga will be a pretty versatile player. I think he'll average 6 points per game, 4 rebounds per game, 1 assist, shooting 43% from the field, 28% from the 3, and 64% from the free throw line. I say like a 50% true shooting percentage. Now, you might be like, bro, how does his field goal percentage go up from the G League Ignite bubble when he's now on an NBA team? First of all, he's going to take a lot less attempts. Second of all, he's going to get better looks because he has more spacing and the greatest spacing athlete ever in Stephen Curry. Franz Wagner was picked at number 8. Very underrated selection for me. Like, I think Franz Wagner has all-star potential in this league, and that's just because of his versatility and, like, how skilled he is. Now, he also has a lot of bust potential because of that skill, and it could just look like a trash player, but Franz Wagner to me will average 8 points per game, 6 rebounds per game, 45% from the field, 34% from 3, and 86% from the free throw line. About a 53% true shooting percentage. And I say he has IAD. He's 6'9" as a small forward in the end of the day. You can't be that bad on defense, like I said, unless you're Michael Porter Jr. Davion Mitchell to the Sacramento Kings. I gave this a great grade because I love Davion as a prospect. But as a fit, this is weird. Are you going to tell me, like, you're going to pull out a lineup of, like, De'Aaron Fox, Halliburton at the 2, Davion at the 3, Harrison at the 4, and, like, Rashawn Holmes at the 5? What are you doing, Sacramento? Anyway, I don't think Davion will get that many minutes. I think he'll get some good rotational minutes, like 20-plus minutes a game. So I think he'll average around 6 points per game, 3 assists, shooting 44% from the field, 39% from 3, and 85% from free throw line. I think why he's so efficient at the three-point line and at the free throw line is because he showed that in college. He shot 45% from the three-point line in college this season, and he was a lights-out shooter while also being a really good defender. I think he'll be a really good guard defender, and yes, the Kings were the worst defensive team in the league this season, but it's not because they're guard play. De'Aaron Fox is not a terrible defender, and neither is Halliburton. So you didn't need a guard defender. You needed a big defender. You needed like a wing defender. The Kings, I don't know if they'll ever get to the playoffs. And then at the 10th pick to the Memphis Grizzlies, we got Zaire Williams. 6 points per game, 3 rebounds per game. I say he go like 40% from the field, 30% from 3, 75% from the free throw line, like a 50% true shooting percentage. Zaire Williams was not known as an efficient three-point shooter coming into college, and he didn't shoot that well from 3 in college. So why should I have high expectations of him? Well, I don't. And playing with Ja Morant, you kind of want spacing. I don't know. This is an interesting pick, especially when you traded 4 bad contracts for this pick. I think you would want to splash like a James Bouknight. Anyway, that leads us into our 11th pick, which was James Bouknight. I expect him to average 9 points per game, 2 rebounds a game, 45% from the field, 36% from 3, 80% from the free throw line, and like a 54% true shooting percentage. No defense. I mean, I don't expect him to play defense. The Hornets are interesting. They got Oubre, which is a pretty good defender for his position. Kai Jones, pretty good prospect at center. And they also got Mason Plumlee, who's a pretty good defensive center. The Hornets are in an interesting state for sure. Like, this offseason that they did play out was very, very interesting. But James Bouknight will be a nice little player to have in the future. I think he has really good starter potential as being a really good scorer. Probably like a 18 point per game scorer at his peak. And a really efficient 3-point shooter. In college, he did shoot like 29% from 3 this year. But I would say that's suspect. Because his form looks beautiful. And is that my only reasoning? You're damn right it is. At the 12th pick, the San Antonio Spurs take Josh Primo. I gave this an F, by the way. If you want to go watch that video, I'll leave it in the tab above. But Josh Primo got an F from me. And he's not going to get enough minutes. 5 points per game, 3 assists. 43% from the field, like a 38% from the 3-point line, 75% from the free throw line, 55% true shooting percentage. There is always a sure thing in San Antonio is that your players are going to be pretty damn efficient. I mean, they don't take bad shots at all. So I think Josh Primo will be efficient. But also, he's playing behind 2 very dynamic guards, and he's a dynamic guard himself. How many guards you need, San Antonio? Chris Duarte. This was one of the most underrated picks in the draft. Now, first of all, I'm going to like Chris because he's Dominican. And I always love me some Caribbeans in sports because, you know what I mean, I'm Puerto Rican. And shit, I fuck with every Puerto Rican in the MLB, and there's about 300 of them. Shout out to Giancarlo Stanton, you know what I mean? He been hot lately. But anyway, Chris Duarte was an underrated pick to me. I think he will average 9 points per game, 3 assists, 3 rebounds, solid efficiency, shoot like 49% from the field, 38% from 3, and 80% from the free throw line with like a 57% true shooting percentage. Yeah. Bro, he shot 43% from 3 this season in college and 52% from the field. Also on multiple attempts. It's not like he was a catch and shoot guy just picking his boogers in the fucking corner. Like, no. This man was shooting lights out and shooting on a lot of attempts. Chris Duarte is an underrated pick. The Pacers will be the worst team in the East. Anyway, Moses Moody. I think he'll average a cool 7 points per game, 2 rebounds. He'll shoot like 36% from 3, like a 53% true shooting percentage. Okay defense. He'll be that spot-up guy like a Jordan Poole for the Golden State Warriors. Moses Moody has really good potential, but I don't think he's going to live it up to it in his rookie season. The Warriors want to contend. So I don't know if Moses Moody is going to get much playing time if he's not playing well because they want to contend and they want to win a championship. I don't think they will, but they would bench him if he starts playing bad. And then the last guy I'm going to say is Jalen Johnson. Jalen Johnson to me has all-star potential. In the summer league, he balled the fuck. And we know that can be pretty capped sometimes. But I think Jalen Johnson will play pretty good in his rookie season. I'm not going to tell you the stats because I got to go do some homework for college. But yeah, thank y'all for watching the video. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, do all that. And yeah, I need to go do my goddamn homework.
And I do not be with that. Smoking on this tree, I eat with the cat. It be around me cause I don't trust a soul.